Headed back to Indiana. The rain is forming into rivers outside, writing down all the things that I miss, and in the letters you take form. No, I won't go back tonight with the habits of the restless me. I'm leaving all that stuff behind. We can start all over in our hometown, running free. It could be everything that we were chasing. I'm impatient just to see how you make everything fall into place. How you make everything fall into place. You see, you make everything. I'm the first one to get off at the station. There's something in the air that I can't place. And now I see a silhouette in the dark. It's like time has stood still. I'm gonna hold you tighter this time around. Now feeling like I need to escape. The world outside only made me numb. 'Cause I just wanna be here in our hometown, running free. It could be everything that we were chasing. I'm impatient just to see
Welcome back to another Hockey Nation live show with Hockey Coach Guru, Coach and Chief for the Hockey Nation, directly from the Sunshine State in Florida. This is the morning skate show, early edition, special edition, mixed with a warm-up show. We do the night because I cannot be there tonight for the warm-up show at 6 o'clock. Obviously, you have to be canceled. So we're going to do a mix of both. What are you talking about, Coach? We're going to review the 13th game in NHL. 13. Yes, 13th game in NHL. We're going to review what's going on, what's happening. The Jack Eichel returning in Buffalo. The Carolina shut down the Colorado Avalanche. The Tampa Bay lost again the Calgary. The Toronto lost again the Arizona. And many locations where the goaltender is have a lot of injuries and some team is looking for the last update or the trade bait around the NHL. The situation with Justin Brown. The Montreal Canadiens are negotiating Joel Armia to be traded in the next couple of days. That's a big news for the Montreal. We have also Claude Giroux, the last update about his case, about that. I'm going to talk about fan players and the New York Islanders could be also be traded. And of course, a couple of contracts signed yesterday. And finally, they have a lot of injuries happening during the games last night. And we're going to go reviewing everything happening. And then finally, we're going to do your prediction of the night today here with me. So if you want to participate and join me, let me know. And then the next time, we're going to see you for the warm-up show. We're going to show to you who is the winner of the Thursday and the Friday also. And finally, we are back tonight with a special edition of the Power Play. It's called Let's Talk Abs. I'm going to previewing the what happening for the Montreal Canadiens this weekend. 2 games in front of us. We're going to talk about the trade deadline for the Montreal Canadiens, the situation with Ben Chariot, Likanen, Armia, the injuries update, and finally what we expect this weekend for the Montreal Canadiens. And the special guest, Andrew Lepage, and our Tap is going to be back with us tonight. So a lot of actions going happening again for the Hockey Nation Live show. But before we start, and I want to do it properly, I want to remind you here, right there, the 4,027 subscriber. We got 27 in the last 36 hours. So we just want to say thank you so much for the new member of the Hockey Nation show. Some of you support the channel on the members. So the little logo you have beside your name are the ones support. We want to say to you thank you so much. And of course, the people show up in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening with a lot of respect inside that chat. Make it big friends inside. So all what I just said to you guys, I want to say to you, welcome aboard. Thanks to join us. It's March 11, 2022, 10 days before the trade deadline, the end. We're going to talk a little bit about this also. And then, of course, we have a lot of things. So first, we have to welcome. And why did you start at 11:45? It's a special weekend here in South Florida. What are you talking about, Coach? But it's a state championship. And when it's a state championship, I'm doing 2 things. If my team is not in the state championship, I ref. Obviously, this year, I decide to take, the last 2 years now, I decide to not coach anymore, focusing on the channel here and learning about fun things around. So I decided not coach anymore. So this weekend, I ref. And I'm doing a lot of games like today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Only where I'm really in conflict is really the night at 5 and 6 o'clock. Otherwise, that's the reason I start 15 minutes. So the show will be done at 12:45 today because I have to jump in, go to the right at the rink at the Panthers, and I have to be there. So that's happening about my situation. But hey, it's not a big deal because what are you talking about, Coach? Because the bouncer is in the chat. The bouncer, the Hockey Nation show, another great supporter. You can see beside his name, Danny T. You have a logo because he supports the Hockey Nation show, and we are so grateful and thankful, Mr. Danny T, to having you. I can't wait to tell me what's going on with your Toronto Maple Leafs. Last night, by the way, guys, Danny was here. We got over 245 viewers in the chat last night at the same time when the Toronto Maple Leafs. Was the biggest number of viewers since the playoff last season with the Montreal Canadiens. And also the pre-game at Seattle Kraken. So last night, over 200 people was watching the game Toronto with us, and I think we did very well overall. We got about 11 new subscribers, but I think the people enjoy it. It may be not like the final score if you are Toronto Maple Leaf fans, but I think we did a very good job. I don't know, Danny, what you think about that, but I think we did. We have a good time. It was so many people. Danny could not. He was not good enough and not fast enough to reply to everybody because the feed was flying like this. I could not follow everything myself, but I was imagining Danny try to typing and to set bother everybody around and tell them go Leafs go, and I cannot imagine that. So it was funny. At the point also, Mr. Roger Noner, it was not good enough to try to tease the Leaf fans last night. So it was pretty good. Overall, Mr. Ville Ozerekli from Finland is in the house. Welcome aboard. Just curious, Mr. Ville, when are you returning back on your service? Are you leaving Sunday, Monday? Let us know about that. It'll be great. Like I mentioned, Danny is with us. Talking about Ville, the Finland, the Finns. Why not to welcome back Mr. Jemu Virtanen in the house. Hi, Mr. Jemu. I'm getting a lot of requests. So they asking me when is coming, when is going to be live. We are curious right now, Jemu, and the Hockey National Show, the member of the Hockey National Show, the supporter of the Hockey National Show, and the people in the chat. We like to know when are you going to be live with us? When are you going to show up the morning or afternoon and be live like an insider about the European hockey area? We need to know when are you going to step up? When are you going to be, you can go show to outside the box? When are you going to get out of where you're hiding and be ready to be with the Hockey National Show? I can't wait to see that. And we would love to having you aboard. Talking about the insider, talking about someone show up, and I'm talking about Mr. Andrew Lepage. We know him, but honestly, in the chat, he's always go with a center ice. And we welcome him. It's going on, Coach. How's everything doing? Let's get for 5,000 guys. He does everything. Don't forget to hit the likes and if you subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. I don't know if we get. We're going to push hard to get a 5,000 for the end of the season. I still believe if we consider what we're doing right now, I look my number, the analytics, my CDM, everything. We have a really good last 2 weeks. All the numbers are growing on different ways, and I don't know if I can get like about the 250 subscriber per month. So it would be March, April. That's maybe 500, maybe 400. Then we have 600 for the playoff. May, June. And is it possible? I don't know. But look, I'm looking for 4,500 until the end of the season. And there'll be interesting about that one over there. Danny, you have a problem right now. Danny, he want to already start to kick someone. He's talking about the ref last night, about the, again, Austin Matthews situation. Recently, they have a lot of bad calls in NHL. And I'm not a guy complaining a lot, but you have a lot of things where I don't understand their process or their consistency about that. Last night, we see 3 calls they should turn. The day before, remember when Edmonton, Ovechkin completely hooked the guy, I think it was McDavid. And then the day before, the San Jose, too many men on the overtime, I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe they are tired right now like everybody else, but they have to step up and to do the right call. They talk about a cross-checking. They will be very careful about that, but they should go that way over there. So really interesting to see what's going on. And we're not to welcome. Whoop, that's one. My keyboard, I have to come back. You are awesome. Miss Kelly in the house. So welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us. I agree and Drew very kind, Danny. Mr. Danny, Dan, Ogilvy and the house. You're not new, no, because I have to go, Mr. Dan. By the way, Dan, do you want to buy a car? My car is for sale, by the way, and you should buy it. It's a little bit expensive, but you should buy it to resell it. That's another story. But thanks for joining us, Mr. Dan, and we would like to know who is beside you, by the way. Is it your wife? Is your wife would like to say? I'm not sure your wife watching us. Dan, you have to tell us if your wife join you to watching the Hockey Nation Live show. I don't think so. All the women follow their husband or boyfriend about this. You did a great job on the live stream. I think you have your cookies. I was soaking wet after the game, Center, to be honest with you. Like, I took a shower because of that one, because the last 10 minutes of the game was, like, excited. When the Toronto tied the game 4-3 to 4-4, it was pretty good, pretty fun. So well, it was good. I'm glad the game was not midnight because maybe not exist anymore here in Florida. And... Hey, Andrew, buddy, and the ref, Yamo, Danny, Yamo, moi, Kano, yes, Yamo, we would love to hear you to come on. Here we go, Yamo. Hey, how is everything going for you, Kelly? I hope it's good. RJ, back in the house. And you're welcome to join and to have any question you want to ask another problem. That'd be great. And you can see the people. I'm not sure I'm missing a lot of people right now because people thinking maybe it's at 12 like they show up. But don't forget to click on the like. That'd be great if you don't mind to do this. That'd be awesome. Let's dive in a little bit. What's going on last night? We have a 13 game, but I would like to talk about a couple of games there because I believe it's very important what happening last night. If I can find the game, that'd be great. I got it. And beside that game, I want to mention Greg Anderson got yesterday his 300 W and NHL, another great milestone for the veteran, 42 years old. And I'm going to start that game at 3-1 Buffalo over the Vegas. I don't know what's going on in Vegas, guys, but yeah, if you are a Vegas fan like Adam, you have to be worried. A lot of Toronto Maple Leafs are worried, but right now, Vegas, something wrong over there. I don't know what's going on now. Leonard is out. That's another bad news for them. Did not play without Riley Smith last night. Jack Eichel is, I believe, is 4-6-1 since he's joined the team over there. He cannot score a lot of goals. Buffalo, it was the return to Jack Eichel in Buffalo. We was expect him to step up and make a couple of points return on that. He got mixed boo and applause. To be honest with you, you hear more the boo than anything else. But and he was so good during the week. He's always treat everybody nice until after the game. And I cannot accept what he said after the game. It's not right what he said. You have one location in NHL, guys, where the fans are always be great for the team is Buffalo. If you are Buffalo fans right now, we joke a lot with Toronto Maple Leafs, and sometimes I joke with people here, but I have so much respect for any team you cheer. Because at the end of the day, you're on the same level like me. I cheer for Montreal, right? But the Buffalo Sabres, 11 years with no playoff right now. And that organization go down so many times. But it's been there for 1970s. If one plays the Buffalo Sabres until last season, follow their team, cheer their team, a great fans, and it's a blue-collar town over there. There's always been behind them until maybe 1 or 2 years. Maybe the owners, Picuna, should be responsible for that. Whatsoever is, Jack Eichel should not jump on them last night when he said at the press conference, that's the first time I hear them cheering in my 7 year in Buffalo. That's not right to do that. I think he was not necessary to put another jab, an uppercut for the fans in Buffalo, where most of the time they always been behind him since he was the rookie in NHL. And it's not easy in Buffalo right now, and it's not been easy for the 11 years to be a fans like Toronto. And for me, when an athlete take charge about the fans, I feel it's not right. And he been so good this week. He went to the hospital. He was great with a reporter and during the week, and he did great interview and in and out, everything like that, until last night. He was frustrated about the game. Yes, he should, because the two players he got traded for him scored a goal last night. I'm talking about Peter Krebs and also about Alex Tuch. So honestly, it was not a great night for them. But on the flip side, what's going on with Vegas? Now, no Leonard, the defense player does not play well. Shea Theodore have a bad year. Mark Stone is out. Patrick not doing well. I don't know, but you have a lot of red flag over there. I'm going to talk about the goalie situation tonight with Andrew and this, but if you are like me, guys, this is a too big fight over there. I did not like the Kozar fight. At the end, he punched when everything was done on Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald leave the game. This is not right. This is not supposed to be like that. They have some rules. No riding in hockey where you cannot hit someone when it's over. Remember a long time ago, when Louis Slager hit, punched Jean Hamel for the Montreal Canadiens in April 2nd, the Eastern weekend. But again, Kosau did something like that last night. Again, the Buffalo win against Vegas. So everybody, a congratulations for Mr. Anderson. Greg Anderson, I have a chance to meet him a couple of times. Greg have a house here in South Florida. He came here always summertime to practice with Eggblad, and every NHL player can practice, play scrimmage during the August all together. Great to see them around here for sure. Here we go. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I'm back. The champ is in the house. RJ, Danny, very kind of you. You're so nice, Danny. RJ is the man. You guys, you're unbelievable. My wife, she does not mind that I watch the show. If she have a problem with it, was said too bad. So your wife, then she's a Leaf fans, and you are Montreal Canadiens fans? Wow. That's a little bit like another family, like Roger and Danny. I'm okay, and we saw the under the weather. Oh, yeah, you. And she's the boss then. The last playoff with the day, every time she would walk downstairs, the Leaf would score. She should walk more often downstairs because they didn't win there. The Leaf need to find a goalie. Marachek is not available. Subas cannot just look for a defenseman there. But what kind of goalie? Kelly. That's the problem. You don't have a lot on the market. That's why they are not the only one about that. Try to get some minutes and rest Kelly. You're my prayer. For me, good. Well, next game, Leave play. Tell her to consist walking up and down the stair win the cup. How about that? Here we go. The family. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be great. Let's move on. The Boston Bruins, guys, 4-3 against the Chicago Blackhawks. We know Chicago Blackhawks 97 fans here was disappointed about the Chicago because David Pastrnak at 18 seconds remaining at the game, he scored for his 33rd of the season. It was second goal of the night. He scored the fourth goal for the Boston and beat the Chicago Blackhawks. Again, Lankinen was between the pipe, swimming, another W for him, the rookie. Can he get the rookie? I don't know. But Coy scored his 13th first goal in the career for an NHL for Hakan. And then Brinkat guy. It's a player we don't talk a lot, is the Brinkat. He scored his 34. Now, one player is increasing his value last night is Angel. He scored 2 goals last night, 19 and 20 goals. We know a lot of team looking for Likanen. He's a type of player he can be with more offensive a little bit. And can we get traded by Chicago? That would be really interesting. But he scored 2 goals last night. And it was his 19 and 20, so it'll be really interesting about that one over there. I don't want to talk about the game between Coyotes and the Toronto Maple Leafs overall because we did it all together. Most of you know exactly what's happening. But we have to mention the goal of Matthews, 44 of the season. And then for the Coyotes, for me, it's impressive the way they play. I was impressed to watching them last night. Chick Run scored his second 2 goals last night, 6 and 7, and which would win the W against the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is really difficult. Last 2 points or 1 point, honestly, for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Down on my wife's my friend sent back from Montreal. Yeah, I know the feeling that my wife Bruins fans on the games up. Campbell out for 2 weeks for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Dan, thank you so much for RJ. And people have a good time. Let the fight or rough game yesterday. I agree with you. Yeah, more about that one over there. The Ottawa Senators 4-3 over the Kraken. Everything looking good in Ottawa until the Kraken come back during the third period. And again, happening with them. They scored 3 goals. McCann, Donato, and also Appleton score for them. And then for the Ottawa guy, Josh Norris, 21-22 goal of the year. You can see how Norris make a big difference. We talk a lot about Tkachuk and Patterson or Tim Zozol or Shabbat over there. But Josh Norris is really the catalyzer of that team. On my eyes, he scored a power play goal and OT, and they get the W over there. And it's still good news for Montreal Canadiens. What are you talking about, coach? But the Seattle Kraken got 1 point. The Arizona got 2 points. And that's the team they are fighting with Montreal for the bottom of the NHL. And then Ottawa got 2 points. So Montreal, they did not play last night, but they should be smiling because those teams get it. If you're looking to tank or if you're looking for your team to be draft the first 3 pick, but you need more nights like that for sure. The next game, guys, is the Wild versus the Detroit Red Wings, 6-5 and OT. This game, guys, I watched the game this morning. If you want to watch a game where you have everything, that's the game you have to watch. 11 goals. The goaltender want to fight. The goaltender score in his own net. You have a fight. You have 11 goals. And you have everything happens during the game, a lot of pushing, a lot of fight, and it was really not, it was crazy, and the game go and shoot out. So overtime and shootout, and Nedeljkovic and the goaltender Minnesota was not great, but Nedeljkovic after the second period, during the second period, he wanted to fight. It was just a crazy game, to be honest with you. Glad that Lucas Raymond foul on his head, and he looked like it was okay, but it was, at some point I thought it was going to be really not good for him. The fans in Detroit was upset because Giovanni Smith, their police guy, and the team was not in the lineup. And Minnesota is a tough guy, a tough team. So happening with that, Kaprizov get is 29 this season. Kaprizov right now is 8 or 9 points straight with 1 point. Boldy, the rookie, score also for them. Zuccarello. What about Kevin Fiala and shootout? Oh, Oh! Did you see the goal? In French, when we talk about someone, we talk about a goaltender. And tasse de café. Netankovic, il a vu une tasse de café par Kevin Fiala, a lob. When we talk about that, it's just coming and flip over. Because I tried to do it. It did not work a lot. But again, the young team, the young goalies, you know, when you coach the U14, 16, 18, I was doing the breakaway with them, and then I would do that kind of move. You move from right to left, and then you come back on your forehand, and you just lob the puck over the glove. And because the goaltender is going to one direction. So Kevin Fiala was an amazing, great goal about that. What about Zuccarello also? And then Talbot was solid on the two shootout attempts. But anyway, the Minnesota Wild with 2 points, keep them in the race. And that was a big, very important about that one over there. They look like it's family in the house right now between people. Vlad Calville go to cafe. VI. That's pretty good. And Spanish is in Spanish is V. Also vir in Spanish to go to cafe. Cafe is what Calville is coffee in Spanish and Finnish. Good center ice. Joseph Laham in the house. Danny, that ball remind me of Billy Smith. It was funny because I was thinking last night, this morning, I said, he is lucky he did not play against St. Louis because Jordan Bennington, he tried to find a goaltender to fight for the last 2 years. So maybe he will find each other. Nedeljkovic was not very happy last night. You can see he have a lot of pressure. He does not do well for the last 2-3 weeks, honestly, about that one over there. Let's move on to the next game. The next game, guys, the Panthers. The score don't show exactly. Talk about fight, another Florida. I don't know, Yamo, we watched the game last night, but some Reynolds have a hat trick. We have 3 hat trick, I believe, last night. And a lot of fight last night. GVR with Max. I don't know what's going on last night, but Max, my men have a fight on that one of the Ed Blood was tried to fight at some point with the Flowers. And then a connect knee also fight. What about the check of the new players for the Finland? Is it Longholm? I cannot remember his last name, the pronunciation last name, but he checked the Flowers players, and then after that, Konechny want to fight with him. He was a return for him. I think the last time he played in NHL, it was in 2017, I believe. But anyhow, the Panthers yesterday, guys, score 3 goals for Reynard and also 2 goals for Verhey. He scored his 20 goal of the season for Verhey. This is the first time during his career got this. Bobrovsky did pretty good. But again, the Flyers, was 4-0. And I believe at some point it was dropped at 4-3. And the Panthers scored 2 goals in the third period. What about Huberdeau? Huberdeau right now had 4 assists yesterday. And he the top of the points in NHL. So another great big W. Plus Tampa Bay lost. And Toronto got only 1 point. Panthers step up now for the first place in that division. About that. Who won the fantasy coach? I'm not there yet, obviously, Kelly. About that one over there, I think Enotap should be the winner. I think he have like 11, 9 or 10. So I believe it will be him. We have a few people show up. Mr. Humble B in the house. Don't forget to click on the likes. Fiala is looking good. And then we have Mr. Richard Mullins directement des deux Perrault, les deux Perrault. Ben non, de l'île Perrault. Rainbow. Yep. I watched the game. That's what I thought about this one over there. Good early afternoon. Y'all, Florida stopped play after the first period. I saw that also. I'm watching the game because I'm watching, 2 games at the same time. I know my man in GVR. I don't know why they gave him for fight. They should give him only a 2-minute roughing for hello Richard and Bull. Yeah, Danny, how's doing? Everything like that. Jojo, humble, always, bro. Our glad. What's up, Danny? What's up, Corey Hill in the house? And Mr. Jose Duarte is in the house. Don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. I don't know if Mr. Joseph is in the house. I'm sure he watched the game, the Devils. I was expect more goal last night between the two team, honestly. And I was because the goaltender was Eric Comrie versus Nico Down. And Comrie, guys, we don't talk a lot about him this season, but he have a lot of good number as a backup number 2 for Connor Hellebuck. And he did it again yesterday. They won 2-1. This is a big game for Winnipeg. That's not they just keep them survive. You know what I mean? Like they are going to die because they will be out of the playoff. But they could not drop that game, and they did it. But it's not. I don't know how they can do that anyway. But at least they still end the race. That's the most important thing. So Brendan Dillon not score a lot in NHL as the defenseman, scored second of the year. And Kyle Connor got a game winner goal. He's 35 of the season. Jack Hughes, again. Jack Hughes, he's hot. Score is 18 on power play, but not good enough for the Devils to at least tie the game. But as the Devils fans, this team, guys, I believe on that team. I believe on that team. Once they can find a goaltender, I believe that team will be better and better and better. He missed a couple of pieces, but with the $9 million out with Piquet Subban next year, he's going to be aggressive for sure for that one over there. Hope you're okay. Josh Norris got 1,000 game. What's your thought? Yep, you have 2 goals, Corey. I talked about him a little bit earlier. Score is 21, 22 seconds. I believe he's a catalyzer. That's why I expressed about him, Corey, on that team. Without him and with him, it's another fun team in my eyes. Yesterday someone was talking about the players. It's maybe one of you guys, and I apologize, I cannot remember everything. So, yeah, but that player does not make people around him better. I cannot remember who. But what I want to say to Corey, to you, is Josh Norris, he made the people around him better. His teammate better. The Crosby, right? Sidney Crosby, he make a 4-line laner as a 50 goal. Chris Kunitz, Pascal Dupuis. And look what he does with Jake Gwenzel. Look what he does with Brandon Ross. And Crosby, all his life during his career, did that. Wayne Gretzky made Yari Koury the way he did. He was put Dave Semenko with 20 goals, Wayne Gretzky, just give you an idea. But that's the kind of, I want to explain to you, Corey, that's what Josh Norris does for the Ottawa Senators. So when he's not there, that team have a difficult time. And I think that's what I see that. Joseph, here you go. The Devils dominate most of the game, but they could not get past Comrie. Fast game thought, yes. Talking about fast game, guys, the Toronto Maple Leaf game last night, it was so fast. It was unbelievable. Remember, like 2 times, the first period, I think we played only 20 minutes. It took about 29 minutes to play the first period. It was unbelievable last night about that one there. I got hurt at work, neck really bad. Sorry, Jose, to hear that. They are coming up with quick look up. The Blue Jacket is done for the playoff this year. Yes, I agree with you about that one. We then talk about the Blue Jacket, guys. 6-0 last night. Again, they lost again the Landers. Laney. Patrick Laney, guys, we have to bring this. What are you talking about? Patrick Laney last night. Bo Joyner. Yep. You have to go to jail. What are you talking about? -4. -4. To the jail. Patrick Laney. Bo Joyner. -4 last night against the Islanders. Hat-trick for Ender Lee. Scored 3 goals last night for the New York Islanders. I think. And also he was 17, 18, 19. Pajot and Bailey and Nelson scored a 6-goal shootout for Zorokin, Copisado, and not helping him for the UFA, to be honest with you. Bad game over there for sure about that. Danny celebrate. Leave game was amazing action. Jose Duarte. Jose, did you enjoy the live stream last night with the 200 people in the chat last night? It was pretty amazing. Maybe the Stanley Cup final preview, it was last night. The Carolina Hurricane shocked the Colorado Avalanche. I don't know, Yamo, you watched the game. I know you follow a lot Hao and Barkov, and I can understand you. But that game I watched this morning, wow, what a game. I don't understand me, guys. If you last name start with an M, you can be a great hockey player in NHL. The McDavid, the McKinnon, the McCarr. Every good player start with an M. The Matthews, the Marner. That's crazy. Anyhow, the Carolina Hurricanes, the Rob Brandamo last night showed what kind of coach he is. And he found a way to dominate the Colorado Avalanche. And he beat them 2-0. Another bad call in this game. About Kadri got a high stick, and then after that he got the ref, and then Lester guy was upset. He got a 10-minute at the end of the game. It was like a lot of action the last 10 minutes. Another game where the ref did not do a good job, looked like. Now, I did not see those incidents. I just report what I heard. You tell that it's Ethan Bear scored the winning goal. What about Ranta? Everybody talk about Frederick Anderson, but Ranta win last night and gave that W for the team over there. So that was a great performance for them for sure. That's what happening for that game, for this one over there. The next game I want to mention to you after that, it was the St. Louis Blues beat the New York Rangers. Oh, for the first time, the Spider-Man, the Superman, the $6 million man, all the men you can name it, he fall apart last night. Just again, for the first time of the season, .761 save percentage last night. It was ugly for Chesterkin and the Rangers last night. Last 6-2. Again, the St. Louis Blues, where they snapped their 4 loss. Great performance overall. Thomas have 2 goals yesterday, and O'Reilly also, but Chesterkin was not ready for that game. And talk about -4. Yes, -4 in New York Rangers. Adam Fox. Chris Grader. -4 over there. So that's what happening about that one over there. I watched the third period. You know about this. I watched the third period. Yes, was trying to get the people hit the likes. Thank you. We got over 100. It was pretty good. Roger Delaney, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Roger Delaney. Kenny was pretty good about that. I think it was very even game and a bit lucky winning goal. Yes, I agree with you about that one over there. Roger, Kelly sad for the last, but the matches continue to shine. I wonder why Anderson did not play. He's hurt. Kelly is a day-to-day at that moment for Frederick Anderson. Missed the last 2 games. The last 3 games, I'm going to jump very quickly. First of all, same score. Nashville 4-1. Very important game for Nashville. To get that W, they're on the race, and they have to be sure to get this one of them. Just showing with 2 goals, Forsberg with 1, and honestly, Saros did good. Zegras was not in the lineup. He's a day-to-day at that moment for the Anaheim Ducks, and Nashville went 4-1 to stay in the race on the top 4. Calgary Flames surprised the Tampa Bay Lightning, lost the second game back-to-back after they lost again at Winnipeg Jets. Tampa Bay Vasilevsky, he make a bad goal, I think it was the third goal of the Calgary. It was a back lamb, I believe, not sure. But what about Johnny Gaudreau? A lot of people talk about McKinnon, McDavid, Huberdeau, Chesterkin, blah, 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 blah. Up, Johnny Gaudreau. Up, Johnny Gaudreau. Scored 2 goals last night, 24, 25th, and 26. He have a hat trick, by the way. So congratulations for Johnny Mr. Hockey, Johnny Hockey. Max Rum was between the pike, got a W there. Last game, surprisingly, the San Jose snapped again a couple of games lost, and they beat the OT the last one is game by the score 4-3. The new players, the Shanchenko win as a goaltender for them. It's a Thomas Erdl. What he maybe go trade somewhere next week. Score. What about Philip Dano? Score 17. And Anastasio score another goal. That's he's got 3 goals for the last 3 games. And that's what happening for them. Tyler Moore score is 11 of the season, short and dead, a quick loss. And like I said, Sanchako, so resume everything what happening in NHL last night. And the 13th game, we did the best we can to give you everything you need to know about that one there. Coach, what's going on with Colorado? Yep, I agree with you, Jose. What's going on in Colorado? Cannot complain in the goaltender. They barely win the Islanders. They lost again the Devils. And last night, it was the first time they were shut down in 58 games. Everybody have a slump during the season. It's happened for the best and for the worst. And right now, it's just the worst is for longer slump. The best is just a short slump. Hopefully, I thought they're going to win last night, to be honest with you. Without Anderson, I thought the Colorado was going to take advantage of that. But I believe for that game, for the only what I saw, I don't see everything. I don't know if Yamo did, but Rob Brind'Amour, I believe he was the center of that loss for the Colorado Avalanche. I still believe he was the one making sense about that one over there. I'm good to wrap up everything quick. I have to go at 12:45, so I have to get out quick about that one over there. The forward trusts that Jack on his career play 1,000 game with the New York Jersey. On a long time forward. Yeah, it was 1 year ago, RJ. Talking about this weekend is the weekend of the Cuivo for the Minnesota Wild is the rafter jersey, everything on that celebration. A lot of milestone last night. That's incredible. Welcome, Rogers Center. Welcome, everybody. I want to talk about fun things quickly, guys, and we're going to talk about this more tonight at 9 o'clock. I invite you to join tonight. If you want to see what's going on, of course, tonight, let's talk abs, preview, trade, everything like that. 9 o'clock, the power play is back with the Frenchy quiz. We have Andrew and in our tab back with us tonight. We're going to talk about the ab, the Toronto Maple Leafs for sure. The last rumor around the league, Giroux now is catalyzed with the Rangers, the Colorado, and the Florida Panthers. They are the 3 teams leading from the situation with Giroux. Giroux does not want to go in Rangers, so I don't know what's going to happening about that. Tonight, I'm going to go deeper about why nobody moved. Remember last year, guys, the 23 trade or the 32 trade last year happened for the last 4 days of the trade. So that's a bit big news today. And the Montreal Canadiens rumor start last night. The Joel Armia is going to be traded the next couple of days. We expect a few teams in the NHL knock the door. They are interested at Joel Armia. They want to know the cost of what they can get him in return. So Montreal can they give him a 5th, a 6th, 7th round pick? Well, come on, coach, he can build better. Maybe a 4th. That's pretty much what you can get in return. Yeah, but it's not a lot. Because Montreal, what they're happening with that, they're going to open up $7.2 million salary for the next 2 years. So for me, with all the players they have around, I will let him go. I understand that's the business in hockey. Sometimes you cannot get what you're looking for in return. But right now, for the way he is right now, it would be better for him to change his scenery during his career, and better for the Montreal to open up at $3.4 million for upcoming. Take that money and give it to number 62. And bingo, we are ready to rock and roll. I can call Ken Hughes and tell him what's going on with that part over there. Exactly, Mr. Dan. Then you read my mind. Big news for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs are looking to trade for Justin Brown for the Philadelphia Flyers. We know Brown is a home house defenseman, is a left defenseman, but I think with the uncertainty about Marzin, the possible injury like that, he carry on only at 1.8, become a UFA at the end of the year. We expect right now Justin Brown could be traded a minor trait with the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's something you have to pay attention if you are Toronto fans. Right now, they talk between both teams, and they was at the game last night, everything like that. Everybody for the Flyers was at the game last night watching the Florida Panthers because Giroux was there. Ken Pilzito talked with the management of the Flyers. That's not be, I expect possible Giroux being to the Flyers, but the Colorado should reach Giroux. Coach, what the heck is that? Yeah, it's Zorokin on the left and Varlamov on the right. The Zorokin is the future of the Islanders. And Varlamov is maybe the end of his future with the Islanders. Varlamov carry on a contract of $5 million for one more year after the season. The 33 years old, he become 35 at the end of his contract. He carry on only at $5 million. Well, yes, but coach, what? Because you have many teams looking for a goaltender. Toronto, Edmonton, Minnesota. I can go like this a lot. And Varlamov, I think it can get him. And because the Islanders go to make some move the next couple of days. And Varlamov at $5 million, I think it would be a good way to get right there. He's been there. He's been to the final conference for the last 2 years, carry on $5 million. He's starting to get a little bit better, have a good game last week. He was injured, did not start the season properly. I think he was fatigued. And I think if you have a team, you can get him at not a big cost. I think they let it go. I think that will open up $5 million on the pocket for Lamariello. Now, they know now Zorokin is the next generation of goaltender for them. I think that's the time right now for the Islanders. Let him go. It's maybe a time for the Toronto, the Edmonton, looking for goaltender for the next 2 years. Be a part of that one over there. That's something to follow up. But I just want to bring this to you. Another news from the Islanders, I think they're going to let it go. It's a Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck become a UF3, a veteran veteran NHL. We know his physicality, what he can bring on the four-liner. So a team like Toronto or other team like Edmonton or someone want to add depth and the bottom of their six over there, it could be looking for Clutterbuck. I believe it could be the next one. It could be somewhere, somehow. I don't see him to return with the New York Islanders for sure. It's time for them to split the Martin, the Zizikas, and the Clutterbuck for the New York Islanders. They have to make some change anyway with the season. They got, I don't have no time to talk about Roman Uzi. And last night, Jonathan Huberdeau, 63 most assists in one season franchise history. Huberdeau just accumulate point after point, game after game. So that's what we at that moment. About that, Corey Hill, do you believe Claude Giroux rumor around Ottawa Senators actually happening because he refused one thing? What do you think? No, Corey, and I will repeat to you again, the Ottawa Senators is not looking to buy. They are seller. So they're not looking to buy a players or to trade for the players. It don't make sense. They are not in the playoff, Corey. They're going to add $8 million on the salary cap. It's not what they're looking for. If ever you connect Giroux with Ottawa, it's because he was born in that area over there. That's simple. Now, he become a UFA. He maybe want to go return home. I don't see Giroux play in Canada in my eyes at that moment. This will never be mentioned at the Giroux and anyhow. So the rumor, the people mention Giroux, but it's not going to be right now. If Giroux go to Ottawa, it could be only next year when the UF3 open the door. He could have a connection with Ottawa. Otherwise, Giroux not go to over there. Salut, Paul Philo. Everybody said no to the Oilers. Dan O'Guiney. Many. Yeah. Manuel. Fernandez. Montreal Canadiens, Jordan Harris recognized for the terrific NCAA season. Yep, could keep Likanen. I got it. Sandra, welcome, Paul. Thank you so much, mister. About that one over there, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Greg Anderson earns his 300 NHL victory last night, become the 6th USA-born goalie to reach that mark. Congratulations for Greg Anderson. Denis Rodrigue, welcome aboard. Don't forget to click on the like. That'd be great. If you don't mind to do this, that'd be awesome. And that's what's happening right now. That's what we got. Anything you want to have any question, you want to talk about me, I'm free right now. And I can give you about 4 or 5 more minutes if you want to ask any question about hockey. Everything like that. Forget, Coach. What's going on, Coach? Jeez, Coach, you came here for this. Come on, Coach. What the heck is going on? Guys, it's time for you now to do some work. Jeez, guys, what the heck? This is the 4 game tonight. The Vegas versus Pittsburgh, Minnesota versus Columbus, Winnipeg versus Islanders, Washington versus Vancouver. It's time for you to give me your choice of the winner of the game tonight, right now. But you put all together. Put your fantasy players and your number of the goal for the 4 game together. You can split both. But don't give me fantasy, goal, and the score all together. I apologize. I should tell you this earlier. So this is the 4 game. I'm going to accumulate everything. I'm going to screenshot everything tonight here so you can give it to me. And we're going to give the winner of those during the weekend at some point from tonight, yesterday, and today. So 3 things to do. Who win the game? The score of the game. Your fantasy players, and the total of the 4 game. Example, 22, 23, 31, 28, whatever you want to give it to me, or 16, whatever. And we're going to go from there. It makes sense? Who is calling for Amia? It was not mentioned. Then the people are close. It's really, it's a big name in hockey, right? So, and he mentioned a few teams, so maybe 2 or 3. I'm sure it's a team going to the playoff right now. They're looking for more depth players. It may be only 2. But, you know, that's good for Montreal. They can let it go. Les Livres ont besoin d'un joueur comme Tom Wilson, Denis Rodrigue. They focus on the Wayne Simon when they get this, but unfortunately, Denis, il n'y en a pas beaucoup des Tom Wilson dans la Ligue nationale. C'est un super joueur élite dans la Ligue nationale, dans son prototype de joueur qui joue dans le hockey. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Vancouver win. I got it. Do you think New Jersey would terminate Subban contract? Joseph, they don't have to. His contract will be done at the end of the season. They already informed him he's not going to resign him, so he's going to be on the UFA. For me, he's going to see who's won him after that during July and how much they want to get him. I believe a team maybe like Arizona could have Subban below $2 million. I think that would be good for them. But it would be interesting who want to get there, that kind of contract like that. And maybe, I don't know, Seattle will open up. A team don't have a lot of money, could get Subban, I believe. And, you know, he's a right defenseman. He's not the worst of the worst. He's not play at the play level. But I think at below $2 million, I think at 33 years old, 32, 33, he could get that one over there. But he's not going to return over there. Thank you, Ziamo. I got Ron King. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard, Mr. Ron King. Video, I got you also. Thank you so much for your number about this one over there. Yamo did it very well. Fiala yesterday scored, by the way. About that, Dan, you gave it to me. That's be good. Here we go. Fantasy, Kaprizov, Veleo, Yamo, Veleo, add with your fantasy. All right. Another problem, guys, you can add this, and I have a private chat I bring you anyway. So here you go from that one over there. For finish that they don't set, I don't set Penny.
Oh my God!
What are you talking about, Coach? Yes, it is. Who's going to be the final winner of the Friday for the Frenchy Coach quiz under or over? Let's play a good game today. Enjoy it.
Oh my God!
And let's go to the first question of the day. How many goalies have last night .900 less last night in NHL? 13 goalies. Less of the .900 save percentage. Not over like 91, but 89.9, 87. Chesterkin, you can count him 76.1 example. Under or over? Thank you, Curry. Thank you, Richard. You guys, you're awesome. Joseph Laham said under. Whoops. Yamu said under. Curry said over. Richard Malin said under. Veleo said under. Roger Delaney said over. Ron with King said over. We missed a few people. Kelly said under. Do we have someone else? We wait for 5 more seconds. I don't know if Andrew is still there or Danny. I don't hear Danny. We have 16 people. We have like 1, 2. RJ maybe. RJ said over. All right, I got it. RJ. Sometimes I don't see. RJ said over. Oh, is that so? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Center I said under. I love when Andrew play.
Oh my God!
The answer of this, I can see his face right now, is B, over. 14 goalies last night with .099. Corey Hill and Roger, Ron King, and RJ. If your first name start with an R, you may be a good position right now. So unfortunately, Yamo and everybody under Kelly did not get it on that one over there. 0 and 1 for them. For the rest, I have 1 and 1.
God!
Question number 2. How many players have 0 as a plus minus last night in NHL? So he does have +1 or -1. Is only 0. How many players last night in NHL have 0? And the categories minus and plus. 180 players. Here we go. Ron with King said under. Thank you. Roger Delaney said under. Richard Mullen, he said under. Joseph Laham said under. Kelly said over. Yamu said under. Corey Hill said over. Video said under. And Andrew said under. RJ said under. But you did pretty good overall.
Oh my God!
It's under 197 players yesterday got 0 as a minus and under. So what happening right there is this part. Let's check the leaderboard. I apologize. We have 3 at 2. Ron with Kings at 2. Roger Delaney at 2. And RJ again lead at 2. Then we have 4 players like Andrew, Joseph, Richard, Veleo, Corey Hill, and Yamo all at 1.
Oh my God!
And this is for the game. Question number 3. How many players has a power play point last night in NHL? 55. So if you have a goal or an assist on power play, that's count for 1 point. Now my question is, how many players different players have 1 point yesterday. 55, under or over? Video said under. Willie O said under. RG said under. Run with King said under. Roger Delaney said under. Yamo said over. Kelly said over. We have Center I said under. We have Richard Molin said under. Joseph said over. Corey Hill over. I'm confident. All right. So the 3-1 guys has 2. They all take under. If they are wrong, a lot of people win. But if they are right, they are the only one win. So if the answer is under, they win. If it's over, they lose. And
oh my God!
the answer is with 54 players with a point last night. This is under, and they are the 3 winners today. Roger Delaney, Run with Kings at 20, and RJ Sport Update. Guys, they are the winner of the show tonight. Congratulations. Let's do it again. Congratulations for RJ, Run with Kings, and Roger Delaney. They go with 3. About that one over there. If someone of you want to add me, your fantasy or your players or whatever you think for tonight, guys, hope it does not go to my head, Roger. Congratulations, Roger. Great job, everybody. Andrew Lepage with 2. Vele O with 2, Yamo with 1, Richard Molin with 2, Joseph with 1, and Corey Hill with 1. They are the ones that put a score on the board. And unfortunately for the rest, and I can pay attention to one, her name is Kelly, 0 and 3 today. Sorry, Kelly. It was too easy. It was too easy. I cannot hold myself. Once someone got 0. Guys, this complete another show of the Hockey Nation Live show today of the morning skate. I need to go, but I want to wish you an afternoon. No show tonight. No show at 5 and 6 o'clock. We are back at 9 o'clock. Please come back. The last show, one we did last Sunday, we got over 1,000 viewers the next day. So we're looking for at least 40 people tonight. Bring your family, your friend. We talk about the Montreal Canadiens and also about the many other teams. What's going on with the trade deadline? We're going to be 9 days before the end. So let's come tonight at 9 o'clock. And then this weekend, we do the Hockey Nation Live show. We do the live stream with the Montreal Canadiens. They play 2 games, Saturday and Sunday at 7. Yes, we're going to be live. Yes, we'll be here with you. So thank you so much for your support. But before we leave, we want to let you know.
You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Thank you so much, everybody, and we wish you an afternoon great. I look forward to see you next time. Until then, we want to remind you, be well, be healthy, find a way not only to donate your day, find a way to dominate your 2022. Have an amazing, great, blessing afternoon, everybody. Booyah! On the team. See you, Benio. Have a great one, Andrew. Thank you, Yamo. RJ. Thank you so much for all the updates. Congratulations, RJ, Joseph, Ishamalin.
All right, Vanille.
What do I know? I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise.